It is time for long overdue second edition episode podcast of 2023. I'm Joey Kramer.
And I'm Jennifer Coffee.
And we are Koffee
and Kramer.
We haven't done one since January 11th.
That was like very drawn out opening.
Why?
It just was.
How was it drawn out?
I just gave a lot of information.
Well, it's been almost a month. It's
Okay.
February 5th when we're recording this, and it's been a while since...
We've had a rough couple of weeks. It's been busy.
It's been extremely busy, and we haven't had time to do an actual show.
And you were sick for a week. I was sick for a week.
I'm sorry. I'm not sick. I have the man flu. When I get sick, it's the man flu.
Well, you said that.
When she gets sick, it lasts for like 6 days, 7 days, and she walks around.
I missed a half a day of work.
My body hurts. I'm sniffling. When I sneeze twice, it means I'm sick.
I missed a half a day of work.
Half a day of work.
You slept for 3 days.
No, I missed one game completely.
And you slept for 3 days.
I was sick that day. I was actually sick. I don't sit on the couch like you do and say I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I said I was fine on Sunday. Like 2 weeks ago, I said I was fine on Sunday during the Eagles-Giants game. But then on Monday, I woke up and I felt terrible.
Okay.
And I slept the whole day.
Because you had the man flu.
It's derogatory. Guys can't get sick. Only girls get sick.
No, we push through. That's the difference. And I probably didn't even have to take that half day off.
We push through. That's what she's going to say.
Yeah, you do. We
do. Push through. I was sick 3 days earlier, and I still pushed through.
Okay, anyway, we didn't tape because we've been sick, and we've been busy with basketball.
And every time I ask her, she said, "No, not tonight."
Well, because you want to tape it at like midnight.
No, I've never
feels like midnight.
I've never once said, "Let's tape it at midnight."
Well, it feels like midnight.
But we have to do our top 9 at 9 back in time every week.
We do, and that takes an hour.
And that takes an hour out of her life.
Yes. During the week is tough when I'm working.
You know what it is?
We have it hard as females.
It's the whole menopause thing.
Oh my gosh, you're not really going to throw that at me.
It's all about menopause.
No,
and
it really isn't.
Everything gets blamed on menopause.
I never once said it was.
We're hot. We're cold. We're grouchy.
Are you describing yourself?
No, I'm not.
I think you are.
No, you're always cold or you're always hot. Or you're mad about something, or you're grouchy about something.
I don't think I'm mad or grouchy ever.
Guys, you know what you got to do? You got to marry her young like I did, and then dump them at like 45, and then reunite with them
that
in
works.
their 50s.
I'm sure we wouldn't complain about that either.
You wouldn't be able to get away without me.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to function.
Gotcha.
We're going to be talking about that in a little bit. We're going to have special guests on our show in a few minutes. We're going to have friends of ours joining us on the podcast, Paul and Christina.
He wants backup. He does not. He thinks he's going to get backup.
Paul, I've known since high school, as you know. So is what's his name over here?
Coffee.
And his wife. So both of them will be here. This is what I was telling you about. This is what women do to men. A man in Taiwan who suffered from a severe cough for many years had a sewing needle removed from his back. The man's doctor says he spotted the needle after doing a chest x-ray on the patient. The patient said he couldn't recall feeling a needle ever sticking him in the back, but his wife remembered losing one a few years early in the couple's bed.
Okay, can I just say you lose things in the bed all the time?
No, I really don't.
You wake up in the morning, you say, did you ever find that Band-Aid?
Well, I lose Band-Aids, but I don't lose needles.
Who knows what else you lose? You have crumbs in the bed? Because you eat in the bed, which you shouldn't?
No. Like last night,
you have Band-Aids in the bed?
My favorite meal is ham and spicy pickles.
I wonder why.
Pieces of ham.
Thank you, Paul.
And spicy pickles. And last night, we're sitting there watching a movie, which she didn't even get through.
Never do.
Because she fell asleep. But me and my dog were enjoying the spicy pickles and ham. And she kept glaring at us the whole time we're eating.
That's how he's eating.
Whatever. I'm just saying.
Very loud. And then he throws ham at the dog and the cat, which they miss it. And then there's ham in the bed, too.
No, I throw it to the cat, and the cat got it.
Ham in the bed. And then we wonder why in the morning why there's crumbs.
Well, ham has no crumbs.
Well, there's something has crumbs.
Ham has 0 crumbs.
Whether you eat cookies or a pretzel.
We go food shopping, which is a weekly
Nightmare.
An entertainment package for the people that work at the grocery store with the two of us. But I could get a ham. I get a fresh ham, and I get spicy pickles and Snapple, and I could have that 3 days.
Snapple. The Snapple you buy is more than the cost of our entire bill.
No.
Just about.
It was $8.99 a case.
Okay, you got 4 cases today.
I actually got 5 cases, but the one just didn't get rung up.
Okay, you got 4 cases today, and I got you 3
That's
cases
36.
yesterday.
That's 36.
But yesterday's were $12.
So that's 36 and that's $72.
So that's like half our food order.
Our bill is $251.
Yes, it's like half our food
How
order.
is that half being a math teacher? What's 70? What's 70?
It doesn't matter. It's still a lot of money.
72 times.
We wonder why our food order is as high as it is.
72 times 2 is 144.
I understand that. I wasn't being exact, but it is a lot of money out of our grocery bill.
A lot of money out of our grocery bill.
It is.
And Amazon's here every day for you. So
Not for me.
you know, the problem is I order DVDs in advance and Blu-rays and 4Ks. So stuff shows up.
Advance means yesterday.
No, it doesn't mean I have.
It doesn't mean a month ago.
No, I have the Rocky package coming. It's like Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I ordered that in January. You can look on my phone. It says shipping on March 2nd. Do you want me to show it to you?
I believe you. Some things are that way.
I got the Buddy Holly story today.
I'm sure you didn't order that a month ago.
No, that was out of stock.
You also got Tales from the Crypt this week, which
Oh, the whole box set and the Outer Limits box set.
I believe the order date on it was
the Titanic
January.
and the Titanic miniseries from the 90s
yeah.
and Hard to Hold on Blu-ray. And what else?
Amazon comes for me. What's the last thing I got
But
on
these
Amazon?
movies are for us to bond with.
Can you name something I got on Amazon in the last month?
I just ordered pants today for you.
No, I said in the last month.
I ordered pants for you.
I'm not talking about those today. In the last month,
You did get something in Amazon.
I bought a present for somebody.
Yes, onesies and
A
shirts.
present. That was a present.
But it doesn't matter if it's a present.
No.
This is a present for me.
They come every day with presents for you.
This is a present for me.
They come every day.
So that's all that matters.
Between you and your daughter, they come every day.
Deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out.
I got a pair of pants to wear to work.
My mother warned me about you. She said, Joseph, are you sure this is the girl you want to be with? And I said, yeah, I guess.
You're saying this how many years later?
Well, this was when we were, 16? I was 16. It was 89. So
Well, your
I
mother
was
hated me at first. So
I was 16. You were
She grew to love
How
me
old were you?
more than she loves you.
15, right? I guess.
Yeah, you could say that.
89. How old were you? You're going to turn 16 that year, but you were 15. We broke up, and then after being apart for like 2 months, the little sleaze bag starts talking to me at school and everything out of the blue sky, like, could you give me a ride home today, please? Okay, I give her a ride. She ditches me at the locker because I had to go upstairs and tell the other girl that I couldn't give her a ride home.
So I thought he was ditching me, so I jumped on the bus so I didn't get
So then
ditched.
we started talking.
Yes,
and
we did.
that weekend we went to see Beaches, the movie. And we went to the movie, and I'm dropping her off.
I can never get him to go see Beaches now if I tried.
I am dropping her off after the movie.
and
I
he
said,
kisses me.
Are you kidding me? I thought I was gonna. I'm like, okay, what should I do? Do I
He
kiss her?
kissed me.
Do I kiss her on the cheek or do I hug her? So I was like gonna hug or something. She grabbed my face and leaned in and stuck her tongue so far down my throat.
That is so not true.
It is so true.
No, it's
it was
not.
like she went haywire.
Disgusting.
I was soaked.
No, go get lost.
You kissed me for about a minute and a half, and then you know what she did afterwards? I'll see you tomorrow. And she got out of that car and she walked away. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell was that supposed to be now?
You're crazy.
2
You
months-
exaggerate things.
2 months early, you're going to deny that you kissed me and then walked right out of the car without saying
I
anything?
did, but it wasn't for a minute and a half.
Okay,
And
for 30
slobbery.
seconds. There was tongue. 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
And she walked out, and then she doesn't say anything except, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Slam. And I sit there in the car staring straight ahead like, what just happened here?
Oh, please.
You were a sleazebag.
You exaggerate
You had
things.
your eyeliner on and your
Oh, here
and
we
your,
go.
and
When
your
a girl,
tight
when you wear eyeliner, it's considered slutty.
and your tight sweatshirt and everything, and it was
Oh, jeans and a baggy sweatshirt.
you were a sleazebag.
Shows off your chest.
One more thing.
What if we wore today what the girls are wearing? Like, what if we wore then what the girls are wearing today?
You were just as bad.
I never dressed like that.
Oh my God, your buttons were sticking straight out.
Oh, please.
They were.
You're ridiculous.
We're gonna call for reinforcements in a few seconds.
Yes,
here.
we need it, I think.
Wacky but true. In Amsterdam, a guy broke into a home and got away with a TV, a gaming system, and an iPhone. Now, using the phone, he then called the homeowner who he just stole the stuff from a few hours later and told him that he had taken his stuff and would sell it back to him for a fraction of the replacement cost. Playing along, the homeowner agreed to meet the crook and brought the police with him. You wonder why people are in jail, because they're morons.
Well, if they're criminals, they're usually not the brightest.
And I have a lot of listeners in
Yeah,
prison.
I know you do. Well, usually there's a reason why they're there.
Oh, anywho.
They're not smart enough to get away with it.
It's crazy. I have to call for backups here. So we're gonna start having guests on the show. Don't worry, Dr. Pam. You're next. And I'm not
ready.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna talk to you about either.
Get ready.
Is this the right phone number?
I don't know.
I have 2 Pauls in here, and they're 2 different phone numbers.
I don't know.
Oh man, he makes everything.
So go right to the text messages
I am.
that
I'm
you
going
have.
right to the text message and seeing what the phone number is here.
Call right from there.
I am calling from there
Why are you yelling at me?
because I'm trying to do it.
You're making this more difficult than it needs to
I'm
be.
calling right now. All right, so we're going to try to give this another shot. It's probably her fault. So let's see if this works. There you go. I got a voice here. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Paul.
Hello.
We had
hear it?
we had some technical difficulties trying to get in touch with you
We heard you, but we couldn't hear you at the
because
same time.
because my wife does not listen to me when I say we need to do a test run, and she just decides to do it.
I'm going to get
Yeah,
blamed
that-
because he doesn't know how to dial a phone.
We need to practice everything before we do it.
We know that.
Even in the bedroom, we practice it once, and then we do a dry run.
Oh, stop it.
And then after the dry run, then we say, okay, you're ready for the real thing. And she goes and gets ready, and I come back in, and she puts on her French accent, and we go to it.
Stop it.
So these are our very first guests on our show on Koffee and Kramer. Paul and Christina are here. Is Christina there too?
I'm here.
We were going to do FaceTime, but she was upset because she's in her pajamas.
Oh yeah, FaceTime wouldn't have happened
Well, I told
because I'm in my robe.
every night at 7:00, the bra comes off.
Oh, now you always want to go somewhere. It's not going back on.
I'm just saying the bra goes off.
It
At
doesn't
7
come back
o'clock,
on.
I look at her and I say, we're out of milk. Let's run to Turkey. Oh, the bra's off. I can't go anywhere.
Nope.
So Christina, is that like a girl thing that once the bra comes off, you don't go anywhere?
Oh, totally. Yes.
It's done. It's
Absolutely.
done.
But why don't you wear a bra to
Yeah.
bed?
Why would we wear a bra
It's
to
typically
bed?
right after work comes off, and that's that.
See? She's even earlier than
Okay.
me, and you yell at me.
Paul, from now on, when you get home from work, take your pants off.
Oh, I am. Underwear off, boxers on, so
Just-
the boys can breathe.
Just sit there and let
I will say the other morning I found his clothes on the side of the bed, and underwear were included in those. So I'm thinking they came off too before he even got in bed. See, our bed is so big now. It's a king size that I don't even know what's going on the other side of the bed.
Well, that's okay because Joe went to work the one time and his
Oh,
pants were
please.
still in the bathroom. And I called him and I said, honey, do you have pants on? And he said, well, why wouldn't I? And I'm like, because your pants are still in the bathroom.
She calls me at work she calls me at work about this. So
I was
now-
really worried. He worked outside at the time. It was scary.
So then at 2 days later, I get to work, and I'm looking down at my pants to make sure they're on.
Yeah, every
'Cause
day
I'm
after
afraid-
that, we were checking. It was scary.
It was 5:00 in the morning. I had to make sure my pants were on, my underwear were on, everything was going good.
When you go to work at 5 a.m., I mean, you never know. I mean, that's early.
Yeah, you never know what's going on.
No.
So the
He
whole,
also likes to go in 2 different shoes, but that's beside the point. That's a whole nother story.
I did. I went to one of my basketball games this year, and I got to my game, and it's like the first quarter, and one of my girls say to me, "Coach, you have 2 different shoes on."
Oh my God.
So I had,
And that was at
Assuming you
5
got dressed
o'clock.
in the dark.
Well, that was at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I don't know how that happened.
No excuses.
No.
and I told everybody it is a woman's duty to make sure her husband is properly dressed before he leaves, and she didn't lay all my clothes out that day. So I didn't know what I was going to do.
Worse than a 2-year-old.
So we had this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
We had this conversation today. Now, Paul and I have known each other since high school. We were special in French class.
You were special.
In fact,
Yeah, we were.
I saw Mrs. Stans about 3 years ago, and she said to me, "Oh, how you doing, Joe?" And I said, "Good." And she said, "How is Paul doing?" I was like, "Oh well, we've been married for 30 years now, Mrs. Sands."
She thought they were a couple.
She said, "I always thought the two of you were very close in class."
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Whenever there was a French lady, we would say it back and forth to each other to take the opposite role. Remember that?
Mrs. Sands and Mr. Lepore, is Mr. Lepore dead?
I think so.
Yeah, Mrs. Sands is still kicking, but Mr. Lepore is. I'm pretty sure she is.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything in the obituaries.
I don't know.
Most of my teachers are dead, I found out.
Yeah, most of them aren't around anymore.
I know, most of them aren't around anymore that were teaching us in high school. I think Mr. Turley's gone. Mr. Sorochak's gone.
What was I don't even remember what he taught.
You don't even know what.
He was in 44. He was the mayor, or he was on council for a while.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
These are the kind of questions I get asked, and she doesn't know the answer.
I don't know the answer.
Do you know Paul?
I don't know.
Oh.
Why are you asking me?
Wow.
Well, I did
Live there
hear.
too.
I did hear before that, and I'm going to get to my question in a few minutes. But Paul was telling me the way you yelled at him for an hour because he leaves his T-shirt inside of his sweatshirts.
Oh my God, it happened again today. I'm doing the laundry. There's the t-shirt inside of the sweatshirt. And then I've got to pull them apart. And then you got the underwear inside of the pants. I don't understand it.
Joe, there's something like
Guys,
putting your
it's
pants on in the
crazy.
morning and there's ripped up tissue. And I go, don't you check the pockets?
Oh my
Always,
God, that's another thing.
always. There's always tissues in my. I do the laundry. Okay,
Joe likes
so-
to leave the socks inside the sweats.
No, okay.
So then they're all crumbled up and they're soaking wet still when they come out.
Here's the thing. I do the clothes. I wash all the clothes every day, put them in the dryer. She takes them out and she folds them at night. But my daughter's going to contest to this because when the one came back home from college and the other one's living here now that is finishing college, the minute they got home, they started to lose socks.
The socks vanish in our
Because-
house. I don't know where they go.
Mom, where's my
It's a
sock?
sock monster.
Yeah.
But she doesn't just lose socks. She loses jeans and sweatshirts.
I don't lose them. I just put them on the wrong pile, so they end up in the wrong room, and then they vanish.
They just go all over. For instance,
So I just think everybody should do their own laundry, and it wouldn't be an issue.
for instance,
I offered, and she shrinks my stuff, and then she says, I didn't shrink it, you're getting fat. So,
That's usually the case, but that's besides the point.
for instance, as I'm working coaching teenage girls. I was working in the school with
Middle school age.
Yeah, and I'm walking down the hall at school, and there's cameras everywhere. And as I'm walking down the hall, I feel something in my shirt. And I'm thinking, what is this? So as I'm standing in the hallway with all the cameras watching me, I reach in and I pull out a G-string out of my pants.
The worst part, it wasn't even mine.
She wore a G-string once and it popped.
Oh, here we go. No, it's not true.
It did. It broke.
Anyway,
So there I am standing in a middle school with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and I'm holding a pair of underwear.
girls' underwear in his
That aren't
hand. I hope not. That would have been a better story if they were yours.
I came running down to our room and I said, here, take these. Because I didn't want any part of them.
It's good that your wife was in the same building.
I didn't know what I was going to, how was I going to explain that if they called me up there and say, we see you had girls' underwear in you?
And they watch the cameras more now than they did then. They didn't watch them a lot back then,
I should have said I'm transitioning.
but they watch the cameras a lot now.
You'd be
And they couldn't have
protected.
said anything.
They
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have.
I'm transitioning. These are my
right.
underwear. So don't judge me.
That's all.
So we had a big conversation today. It started at the grocery store, and I was outnumbered. So I said to my wife, I said, when we do our podcast tonight, we're going to have to bring Paul and Christina on and see where they stand with this. So we're going to
Beware.
okay now
Get
wait.
ready.
Oh God.
Now, and there has to be. We're gonna let the two of you give reasons, and then Paul and I can give reasons.
We're going to do a debate.
We're gonna see who has the best reasons.
You have
Because
no reasons.
I have plenty of reasons.
Your reasons don't make sense.
Okay, the question I asked in the grocery store, surrounded by women,
As he got dagger stares.
I got dagger stares. A little old lady kicked me in the ankles. I simply said, "What is so hard about being a female?"
We have to deal with the men. That's all you have to say.
I said, "Why is it so difficult to be a female?" So you, Christina, and
That's all
and
that needs to be said.
Christina and Kai, you tell Paul and I why it's so difficult to be, and you cannot say pregnancy or menstrual cycles.
All we have to say is we have to deal with the men.
No, I want
men.
no, that
Absolutely.
can't be part of it. So I want to hear at least five
At least
reasons.
5 reasons.
Okay, either of you could start and tell Paul and I 5 reasons why it's why it's so hard to be a female. Go ahead.
Men that act like boys.
Yeah, they definitely never grow up.
See?
Even my 20-year-old daughter's already figured that one out.
See?
You can't attack us though.
You just said. What makes it so hard?
Okay, well that's one. Okay, go ahead. Give us another one here.
Hormonal fluctuations are very.
I don't want to hear about hormones. Go ahead.
It's a very big problem
Go ahead,
that you
Chris.
don't deal with.
And we start, it's literally puberty all the way to old age. Like we have, yeah.
Men,
It never ends.
Dad, Paul,
Scientific.
Paul, don't say anything yet. Let them talk.
All right.
I'm writing all. I'm
Go
going to keep
ahead.
this all down here because I'm going to counter it the whole time. Go ahead.
Women have to take care of everything in the household because if we do not, we'll fall apart. Absolutely.
Please.
100%.
Oh my God.
We don't have just the children we have. We have an added child. You.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's 3. Go ahead. You got 2 more.
What more do you want?
Well,
That's enough of a
I
nightmare.
want five things that makes it harder to be a female than a male. So far, all you've talked about is us.
Okay, when we go shopping,
Here we go.
we have to buy sizes that are different at every store, whereas men's clothes come in inches and waist size and length, and women can't buy clothes like that.
Women have to go in and actually try on the clothes. Men
Yes.
can go and just buy them.
Yes, it's easier for
in
you.
and out of the store in 15 minutes. I'm in there for over an hour in the dressing room.
Dear God.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, see?
I can't wait to counter these.
Real good one.
How about I
Let's see, what else?
smell food and I gain weight?
Yes.
He's going to play his violin.
That's so true, too.
Stop
Especially
it.
after
You
the age of 40.
ask
That's
a
it.
question.
I don't know if you can hear this music. Could you hear this music?
He's playing his violin behind us. You asked a question.
Go ahead. Keep
You were
on.
supposed to be kind, not and listen.
I'm
That's not fair.
I'm playing the violin.
You're not
there.
playing
Woo!
fair. Well, you won't let us talk, so
Go
I'm
ahead.
not
No,
saying
go
anything
ahead.
else.
Go ahead. Women's clothing. Okay, that's number 4. And what's number 5?
I said the weight.
So wait.
The weight.
Yes, you don't have
Definitely
that
the
issue. Oh, there goes the violin again.
Could you hear the violin music?
There's many ways.
Oh yeah.
All right.
If I don't wear
All right,
if I
now-
don't put my makeup on, I'm told I look tired. Nobody tells you look tired in a day.
You know what? That's another thing. Men, they
Here we
seem to
go.
get better with age. Women,
Yes.
it's just downhill.
That ain't our problem.
Guys look good with gray hair.
Yeah.
Women look old.
Yes.
You see, you asked
Definitely.
me things that. Oh, here he goes again.
All right. We gotta let the guys do it now.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear what you have to say.
We need an intro. There's no violins with us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at those boobs. It's on YouTube, sorry.
Okay, turn the music down.
Paul, did you realize they used to stand straight out? I'm watching a TV.
See? You're making fun of a female as she gets older. Whereas guys mature with
Okay.
age. All right, enough.
Okay.
Enough.
Okay. So,
Go ahead. You want to debate what I just said?
I guess I'll start.
Go ahead.
Which one do I go for first?
You can attack any one
What
of
was
them.
your first point? I wasn't really listening.
Men.
What men? Well, women.
Men in general.
Well, how about women in general? Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's start from the beginning.
Why
We'll
it's
take-
harder to be a man? You tell me why it's harder to be a man than it is a woman.
because if you're
You have
with
to put up with women?
in my case, are you going to be quiet?
Nope. You weren't.
In my case, okay, I've been with you since I've been 16.
Okay.
So I've gone through puberty,
Pregnancy.
pregnancy, menstrual cycles, menopause.
Well, no, not yet.
Well, we're close to it because we get three menstrual cycles a month now. So that's going to get into menopause, and I have to deal with all of this.
And how does that affect you?
It affects my sanity
How?
because every time I say something, I get the eyes or you walk away. And
That
I have
has
to,
nothing
I
to
have
do with a
deal
menstrual
that.
cycle. That has to be with you being
That's
stupid.
but we have to deal with your hormones on a
Okay.
daily basis.
All right, I'll give you that.
Exactly.
It's a
Thank
shame.
you.
I can't jump in, can I?
No, not yet. You can rebuttal later.
Bummer. Okay, go
Go-
ahead.
You
go
could
ahead.
jump in.
No,
They
no.
didn't keep their mouths closed.
Go ahead. You could. Go
I
ahead.
swear, and this is definitely fact. Women may get it once a month, but men do too.
You're right.
PMS is worse than any woman I've ever met.
See? Yes. You have a
Moodier than
menstrual
any
cycle
woman
too.
I've ever met.
It's my testosterone levels. What do you expect?
Are they lower?
No, not at all. Men age gracefully, so it's due to our higher testosterone levels as we age.
Are you even making any sense?
No.
No.
Go ahead. What's your comment?
I'm just listening there.
No, you're trying to bring out more music to make fun of us with.
Well, Joe, you know we are more logical. They just can't make their minds up.
That
She
is
changes her
true.
mind
Very
every
good,
day.
Paul. We are.
So why does that make it harder to be a man?
Because we have to deal with the illogical part of you. So we have to take the illogical. We'll say the less.
Careful.
Our brains are bigger because we have two of them.
That's your problem.
So there you go.
It
That's
doesn't
the
make them
reason.
bigger.
Mic drop.
That doesn't make them bigger.
Okay. Our brains are bigger because
Do not play that song again.
because we,
Do not play that song
I'm just
again.
saying our brains are bigger because we have two of them.
Here
right?
it goes. Get ready.
Oh yeah. Okay. Am I next or are you next?
That
Paul?
didn't answer why it's harder to be a man.
We're telling you why it's hard.
That's not even a response.
One, we have to deal with your hormones. Okay, that makes it difficult on a daily basis. And as Paul said, the intellect we have to deal with.
I don't think Paul said that. I think you said that.
Didn't you say
so
that,
before
Paul?
you throw him under the bus.
No, he said logic. Didn't you,
you
say
said that.
Be quiet.
Right? I said logic. They can't make up their mind.
Exactly, logic.
Christina changes her mind every second.
That's our prerogative.
What we're
Boom.
having for dinner.
I really don't
everything.
think that's true, Paul.
Boom.
That's our
So you can't
prerogative
make
to
up
do
your mind
that.
about that.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Give another reason. That's two.
We get stuck watching your kids.
Excuse me.
Oh, no.
Excuse me.
Drives me crazy when men say that.
Oh yeah.
Wow thing. Thank you.
Okay, good.
When dads say they have to babysit their kids.
I didn't say
I have a
babysit.
big
I
problem.
said we have to watch your kids.
Watch.
Even
Because
if,
you had no
Amazing.
part in making that child.
even if you're at home and your child walks into the room when I'm watching TV, I have to watch that child.
Our children are 25 and 21.
I know. But I'm just saying. Now I locked the door.
Do you really watch them?
So that's three.
They watch you most of
We
the time.
have to watch your children. Go ahead, Paul. Your turn.
He can't even think
What
of
was
one.
that?
See?
I don't know. You tell me.
He can't even think of one. See? Now you put him on the spot. I told you,
I know.
people won't defend you.
I'm getting dagger eyes.
We're in
See?
charge.
People will not defend
Okay,
you.
I'll go again. We're in charge of everything.
You already said that.
No, I'm talking
You
about.
said that when it came to
I'm
the
not.
logic.
We are not logic. This is
a duplicate.
This is action. We're in charge of action. If it's not paying bills, it's in the bedroom. It's easy to lay flat on your back, but when you have to really
Joe, you brought up a good point. I'm so tired of being treated like a sex object. My eyes are up here. My eyes are up here. All the
It's
time.
easy to lay flat on your back and give instructions, but when you have to get on top and take charge.
When you join
I'm
his
just
side, it's
saying.
only going to harm you in the end. That's why most people do not take his
I'm
side.
just saying.
Anywhere we go, they back out.
Am I right? We're always
Don't agree with him.
If it's not the house,
He's in the doghouse on his own.
If it's not the house, if it's not the house, taking care of the outside, making sure the bills are paid, then you get in the bedroom and it's easy lying on your back and giving instructions.
Is it? Let's ask you.
You give me instructions all the time. I walk out of the bedroom and in my mind I'm going left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down, left, right.
That is not true. That is not true. So you're going to take this to that direction.
I'm just saying.
You're taking this in that direction.
I love you.
We give
The
you
reason
logical
they're taking
answers.
this to that direction is because they can't win. They
You're
know
right.
They can't win this debate.
God,
Joe, today I let her go shopping while I
He let her. Did you hear that? He let you go
mop the
shopping.
floors and dusted the house.
He
Cleaned the
let
house,
you go
so she
shopping.
came home to a nice clean house.
I cleaned the
didn't do the
bathroom.
I know,
I
right?
do the bathrooms.
I cleaned the bathroom
And I
today.
clean up after you all week long.
Oh, here we go.
I'm telling you, you don't want to agree with him.
I
You're going to put
cleaned-
yourself in the doghouse with
I
him.
cleaned downstairs. I cleaned the bathroom. I always change the bedding every third day. What?
Okay, now I will say, when the kids were young, you were a fantastic house husband.
Oh,
The kids were taken care of.
that doesn't even sound nice.
Why?
You're a house husband.
Well, you stayed home with the kids. The kids were always taken care of well. You always cooked dinner. You cleaned the house. When the kids got older, now I have to help clean the house again.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, you're home all week.
Okay, I'm home doing nothing all week.
I didn't say you were doing nothing, but you're home all week.
During the summer, when it gets to like May and
I'm
stuff,
not talking
I'm
about the
outside.
summer
But
when
even
I'm
then,
home
I'm
too.
either up here doing something in the studio. I have basketball every night. I have practice every night. We have games every night. I need a little man time.
During the day?
Exactly.
Women, they go for their pedicures, their manicures. She had her eyebrows done yesterday. So while I was up loading my show into the network last night, she's getting her eyebrows done. Men don't get that opportunity. We don't get to just sit there, relax, and not think
But
of
if
anything.
I didn't have them done, you'd be like, honey, you're looking a little ragged over there. We
No,
better
I've
go take care
never
of
said
things."
I said something else. That's another question.
No, we not. No,
That's another question.
no.
We'll talk about that next time. I have a feeling I'm never going to have sex again.
You might not. See, I told you. And
I'll be
I
sleeping on the sofa tonight.
see, I told you.
But men are like a fine wine.
We have a nice guest room.
Eh,
Jen and Joe will tell you.
Yeah,
Nice,
it's a
right?
nice guest room.
men,
They'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
men are like
It's actually too nice for them, You should put them on the couch.
men are like.
Yeah, you do have a point there.
Yeah.
Are you done?
No.
Men are like a fine wine. We get better with age. Okay,
Hallelujah.
Well,
We
it
do.
takes you 60 years to grow up.
I'm not. I have the same hair I had in high school. My hair's long again. I grew this beard for you, and
It's
also
a little
because
grayer than it was in high school.
you give me. But we're like a fine wine. We get better, and we don't complain that every year a little more gravity takes over. It's okay. We deal with that.
Really? That's what you're gonna say? That's what you're gonna go with that.
That was a compliment.
I don't know about that.
That was an absolute compliment.
That my boobs
That
sag a little more every year?
I didn't say just your boobs. I'm gonna pee myself. This is not what I meant.
No? What else goes down? Go ahead.
Nothing. I love you more now than I did 30 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It's been a lifetime with you.
You're trying, but it's not gonna help you. You've already lost,
You know, it took this woman a year for me to ask her. I kept on saying to her, would you marry me again?
And I kept saying, I think about it.
So it took me to be in an Italian restaurant with a crowd around us. I got up out of the seat. I got down on my knee. And she's like, stop it. Will you stop it? Yes, I'll marry you. And the owner of it, oh my God, is something special going on over there?
Like, no. No. He's being ridiculous.
So this is what it takes.
Well, it took flowers the first time you asked me out, so.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have gone out with me without flowers?
No, I don't think so.
I was a catch.
Oh, yeah?
Right, Paul? Tell her.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he thought you were too, apparently. We just have to talk to your French teacher.
I was a catch. And I was nice enough to ask you out.
You were nice enough?
Yes.
Yeah, you saved me from myself.
Look, I gave you 2 kids. I watched them when they were little for you.
You did.
So, anyway, I'm in big trouble.
You are in big trouble, so you haven't proved your point.
I'm in big, but
I think we have succeeded in saying how
so
hard it is to handle you men.
the
Absolutely.
polling says that men have it much harder than women.
Oh, I don't think that's the way it is.
These are the
No.
things we got to deal with
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
on a daily basis.
No, I don't think that's true.
Always making everybody happy.
You wish.
It's hard. Paul, do you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders all the time?
Oh, every day.
I feel hard. Like sometimes it's crippling. I walk around like, don't give me any more. I'm like,
That's why you're so moody.
Joe, that's why we're so moody. See?
I don't
Christina
get.
got something right. Fine.
I don't get moody.
Yeah.
I'm a ball of sunshine
Paul
all the
does. Paul
time.
gets moody enough for the both of you.
I'm like a ball of sunshine all the time.
Christina, their life is so hard. Next time we get together, we're going to have to send them somewhere just to
Yes.
get stress relieved, and then we can go shopping or something.
What do you mean
their life
stress
is so
relieved?
hard.
What
there
kind
you
of
go.
stress relief are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about here?
You are thinking in dirty minds. I'm
Paul,
thinking
we're going out for
a
happy
massage.
endings.
I'm sending you for a massage. Look at that. And then we don't have to deal with you for a
The
couple
only
hours.
massage I want is from you.
Yeah, well, that's not what you said.
Not you, Paul.
Okay. There you go.
Evidently, I can't do that right either.
There you go.
Yeah,
He's all right, then.
I always rub her back. And I say to her, could you rub my back right here? She rubs it for all 3 seconds. Okay, you're done. Like,
It must be a woman thing. The same thing happens to me. I'll
3
do it nice, deep, hard, right? For a long time. And then I go, can you rub mine or scratch my back? Oh, do I have to?
exactly. See?
3 minutes?
So
Is
it's
that
not just
good? You're
you.
good. You're good. Like,
It's
come
not
on.
just you.
And we're not going to go back. One last thing before we wrap things up here. Even at Christmas, we get we don't do Valentine's Day or anything. We do Christmas. We go overboard on Christmas. And we both put stuff on Amazon we want. She gives me a list. I get her everything on that list. I give her a list, and she doesn't get me things I want. She gets me things that she thinks I need.
Yes. But I mean, we can also talk about what he gets, because I'll say, like, I'd like a new sweater. So here's some ideas. So I'll send a sweater in like 3 different colors. He doesn't just buy me the sweater. He buys me every sweater the color is made in. So I have 10 sweaters that are all identical, just different colors,
That's not true.
because he gets everything.
That's not true.
You do.
Like the year I wanted Breaking Bad on DVD. So what does she get me? She gets me season 5 and nothing else.
Because you
I'm
said
like,
you had seasons
great,
1 to
great,
4.
Jen. Thank you. I have season 5. Now, what am I supposed to do for season 1 through 4?
You told me you had those.
Or 6, either one.
You said you had those.
But I get you every eye watches and diamonds and
I
everything
don't
else.
ask for all that
but
stuff.
my daughter, Sammy even said to us, her daughter said that she goes through the list and she says he doesn't need that, he doesn't need that, he doesn't. Thank God for her.
Well, because
She goes back and puts
put
the
on
stuff in
there-
the cart.
He'll put on there this like jumbo speaker.
So she gets me a
Or
smaller
he'll put
one.
on there. He'll put on there like the wall Pac-Man machine, like a arcade machine.
All
for the
perfectly
room.
normal things to put here.
Yeah. So then I'll get him like a little
All
tabletop one.
The big thing I wanted this year was the Waltons on DVD. I wanted the Waltons collection. I know that sounds weird, but I wanted the.
I had to listen to it every night at bed. The Waltons is playing in the background.
She was not going to get it for me. My daughter had to go and put it in a cart because she didn't think I should need that.
No. You know what it's like to listen to the sound of Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons every
You know what
single
it's like?
night before bed?
Prairie. It's my favorite.
Little
obsessed
House
with
on
Little House on the
yes.
Prairie.
When we first met, he had all the DVDs of Little House on the Prairie.
I have those.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And where
boy.
are they at when we moved? Gone.
I don't know what happened to those.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
sure
do
you
that. I didn't do that.
Are you trying to give me a stroke throwing DVD? I have 20. I'll look in my phone
went away.
I'll look in my phone right now. I can't because you're on the phone with me. But 2,354 DVDs is what I have right now.
He is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous. They are overtaking our house. I told him if he can't fit
That's
them on the shelves
insanity.
he can't have anymore.
They're down next to the TV. I have two big shelves there, and then in our dining room, the wall is lined with shelves with all my DVD. Because it's DVDs, then it was Blu-ray, then it was 4K. So now I have to start buying a lot of stuff over again.
So my kids always had the rule when they were little, they always had like abundant amount of t-shirts. So for every t-shirt that came in, two have to go
No,
out.
I'm not getting rid of any of my DVDs.
That's what his rule is going to start
There's
to be.
no rule.
For every one that comes in, two have to go out.
I'm the man.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm the man, and I say what goes. Right, Paul? Back me up.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah. You guys like to
Give me that thing over there. It's even so bad that she has a button that says this.
Told you so.
This follows me around. I have a button in here. It says "Told you so."
That's what he gets.
It just gets worse and worse. It never ends. It really doesn't.
That's what he gets.
And now nothing's working on here. There you go. All right. That was fun.
That was fun.
Anytime.
Yeah.
All right. We've got to wrap up Coffee and Kramer here. Paul and Christina, you can just
Hold on
are you
for a
there?
minute.
Oh, wait, you can just hang on a second. We'll get right back to you, okay?
Sure.
Don't
Thanks
go
for having
anywhere.
us.
Paul and Christina. We'll be down to visit soon. Hang on. All right, that's going to do it for Coffee and Kramer tonight, extended edition. That was fun, wasn't it?
That was fun.
That was a
We have to do
blast.
those more often.
At least I had backup because I never get backup.
That's right.
He's gonna-
Thank you, Paul.
brought muscle.
He's still there. Thank
He's going
you.
to be in the doghouse
Thank
tonight
you.
with you.
All right, we will talk to you again hopefully next week. We'll get back to normal with these podcasts. But listen, this Saturday night, Decades of Joey Kramer, everywhere in the world, decadesofjoeykramer.com, of course, on Facebook. I am Joey Kramer.
And I'm Jennifer Coffee.
And this
Together,
is Coffee and Kramer.